Welcome back. Lex and parents here. So these are my two parents, my dad, Mario, who you've met before, and my mom, Heidi, who you've also met before, but in separate videos. So yeah, this is like something, having them in the same room, in the same video, and this room that will soon be empty tomorrow. Because Nick and I are moving, and my mom is here helping us move. And yeah, so that's why they're together after being divorced for many years. So, hello guys.
Hello.
Hello.
It's nice to see you.
Yes, likewise.
Yeah.
We were reminiscing yesterday. I found this briefcase that I hadn't opened in a long
Oh my
time.
God.
And wow, we found a lot of, it's like a little
A
time
treasure
capsule.
trove,
Time capsule.
From
So it's been
1988.
Yeah.
89. And,
Yeah, 88,
And then,
well.
and then
Yeah.
from there, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was kind of cool that we were together
Yeah.
to open that because I
Yeah.
was not expecting to find it.
Yeah. And where did you find it?
And in our car that we bought together when she was.
My God.
Yeah, you were.
Look at you guys. Already.
I haven't prepped, people.
In our 92 Firebird that we bought brand new in Orlando, McNamara Pontiac, Colonial
Oh.
Drive,
Oh my God.
and we have pictures of you with a stroller and playing with the volume of the car. And then we took a picture of you in the hatchback.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We wanted to recreate. I wanted to recreate the video or the picture yesterday, but
Well,
you know,
we should have.
you've outgrown that hatchback. I think.
No, but you could have fit there.
We can try.
But that's where I found the briefcase that I had from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't started the car in a while. And it didn't start, but that's okay. It'll start.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were reminiscing. It was really cool to reminisce. Because it was not really something we were expecting.
Yeah, it was not planned.
And I would have been like, oh gosh, I wish Heidi could see this. And then, oh gosh, I wish Alexia could see
Yeah.
it. So who knows when we're going to be together again.
Yeah. Especially like the three of us, you know?
The three of
Yeah.
us.
So,
That's cool.
yeah, it's a good special
It's-
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a special moment that, what do you call it? Sweet and sour.
Bittersweet?
Bittersweet.
Yeah.
Bittersweet. Sweet
Yeah.
and sour. What's the Chinese?
Orange chicken.
Well, it could be sweet and sour.
Yeah, sweet and sour is the same thing.
Yeah.
Hey, you forgot your fortune cookie. That's in Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we decided to make a video because, you know, it's cool not only to share this moment with all of you who have been, you know, on the channel for a long time watching us, or if you're new to the channel, hello, what a way to introduce yourself. But also to have the memory for ourselves, you know, because Nick and I say that too, like when we record videos, we share them with all of you, but we also have the videos for ourselves for future viewings, if we please. So, should we listen to a song or what?
Yeah, so let's listen to a song.
Well, can I interject here
Oh,
or
wow.
something? Oh, sorry. I don't know. I'm not the host.
Of course
so-
you can.
Well, speaking of reminiscing, right? One of my duties here as mover, helper,
Project organizer.
project manager, organizer of this move here was to sort through and organize viewer letters.
Oh, yes.
And literally,
Because I had them all saved, but in a pile.
yeah, she had, well, and then they were still in their envelopes. A lot of them were still in their envelopes, but it was just amazing for me to see like all of the handwritten letters that came in, because I used to write a lot when I was younger. And I remember like just sitting down, having the right paper, having the right pen, and writing the letters. And when I read these letters that, well, I did read them. Sorry, I don't want to infringe on any privacy issues here. But it was just so moving that, you know, that you guys took so much time and effort to send, well, first of all, to have the sentiment that the letters had, and then to send the letters. And some of you even sent gifts along with those letters. And it was just such a beautiful time. I think I spent more time on that than I did, sorting through her kitchen, for example.
Doubtful.
But it was, I just want to say from me, thank you for all the love that you've given Alexia and Nick. And it was a truly moving moment. It's been an emotional week here with her. And part of that emotional week was those letters. So thank you.
No, and I was lucky enough to meet a lot of the viewers when we had our little get-togethers, and especially the Mike that would always go to concerts with us, and so it was really nice to get to meet some of the viewers. And I wish I could meet all the viewers over in England and Canada and all these places, but the ones that were here in Denver or in Colorado, I was lucky to have an opportunity to hang out with them. And at least they're still remaking videos.
Yes.
And so they're going to be very, very missed by me. But, well, what can we do, right? But, at least we can watch their videos.
This is what you can do, Mario.
I know. Internal. Keep it together.
Yeah.
Keep it together? No, I lost it already. So.
I'm struggling here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But anyway, so this song, you know why we chose it, right?
You can remind me.
Well, this is when the song came out, is when Natalie Cole with Nat King Cole. Well, Natalie Cole did this video when with the magic of technology. You might have seen the video when they both sing a duet.
Her and her father.
Yeah, even though he had already passed many years before. So she decided to use technology to have
that's cool.
a duet with his songs. And Unforgettable was one that I've always loved. But I would carry Alexia in my arms and I would tell her, Unforgettable, that's who you are. At the same time, I was listening to the song. So yep. In fact, I still have that same CD, by the way.
Really? Look at the date that it was released. Can you read that or no?
No.
Neither of you have your glasses on, so
What?
I'm the only one that still has 20/20 vision.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if I go like this, yeah.
So
I used to have
also,
20/20.
So what does it say?
1991.
But June 11th, 1991.
Yeah, and you were
So
born
you were
October.
pregnant with me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when this came out.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it's a really special song
Yeah.
for us.
And
Okay.
and as I remember, that was a very hot day in Florida.
June 11th.
June 11th, yeah, that was a very hot
Do you
day.
remember that?
Really? I'm like, sounds like Florida
Well,
to
so
me.
also, this was in CD,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I
Obviously,
was
it was
saying.
in CD because the way that they did it. But what was interesting is that looking at this wall behind us here, we had a wall similar, but with we had the CD player, the VHS.
Yeah.
The tape
VCR
player,
and all the
tape
tapes.
player. So I remember when the CDs first came out that we had this very different listening of the
Like a different listening experience.
Yeah.
I mean, you can rewind the song with the touch of a
No,
button
it was
instead of
incredible.
planning it out. You can
and
skip
it just
songs.
sounded so clear and
No pop.
no pops
I don't
and
know
no
why, but honestly, guys, I don't miss that.
no.
The tapes, a lot of people say the same thing. A lot of people are like vinyl and CD, but vinyl over CD as far as sound quality
But
goes.
they say it's a sweeter sound.
But
I
I think you have to have the
honestly-
really right equipment for the
No.
LP to sound as sweet as they
Right.
say.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
my whole childhood, I am part of my teenage years with records,
Mm-hmm.
and I never really, I haven't really looked back.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have some LPs just for collectability,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't miss the whole skipping the.
Yeah.
I remember, believe it or not, when one kid had a record player that was a portable record player,
Mm-hmm.
and when we were taking to school, somebody had a great idea to take it with us
Oh wow.
in the car, and it kept skipping all the time. You know, it was like a looked like a shell, looked like a Pac-Man,
Okay.
and then you would just stick the record in there.
Oh.
And you
And
could
it would
actually
just
carry
play?
it. Yeah. Well, it would play the record automatically in there.
Huh.
Like 40 to 45s.
Okay.
But the thing is that even though it looked like it wouldn't skip because it was enclosed, it
Yeah.
would skip.
Yeah, of course.
So it was not
With
working.
any movement. So
Yeah,
was it
was
battery
disaster.
operated?
Yeah,
or-
battery
Oh, okay,
operated.
okay.
Or you
But
had
it was
an
like the
adapter.
CDs. I remember being on the school bus here and holding my CD player like this
Well,
so that it wouldn't
that's
skip.
true.
So then they came out with
The buffer.
car
No,
friendly
they came
or
out with
something.
a CD player with a buffer.
Yeah, exactly. Which we have one of those that says like
Yeah.
car ready.
All right.
Said car ready.
Right.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, cool. You know.
But I
Then I
mean,
lost it, and then you can find me another one.
Oh, and
Yeah, and another one, and another one, and another one.
and I still have a lot of those. I mean, my CD collection, probably about 20% is the ones we bought together.
Yeah,
In fact, you remember the Columbia Club?
of course, yeah.
So it was like this
Where they send you
subscription.
2 or 4.
Yeah, so they would
random-
send you the selection of the month
Oh.
automatically unless you canceled.
Oh.
And it was supposed to be cheaper than going to the store.
But you didn't get to choose what it was.
Well, they let you know ahead of time, and you would tell them if you wanted it or not.
Oh, okay.
But if
You
you
could
forgot,
skip the month. Okay.
then they would send it automatically. And there's a couple that I was like, oh well,
Yeah.
I'm stuck with it.
Yeah.
But
That's interesting.
But it was really cool, and they kept sending the CDs. And it's one of those things that you just haven't talked about that for so long.
I know.
You're like, oh wow, did it really happen?
Yeah.
Well, I remember I started listening to AC/DC because of that subscription that I had in high school.
Right.
Because I got a random AC/DC album, and I was like, okay, I guess I better listen to it.
And you chose the category.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, you could choose like
What
yeah.
category?
But that was your
categories
category. Oh, okay.
Or categories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they would have the selection of the month, or that's the one that they would send. Like if you didn't cancel, they would send you. But you could also choose like any CD you wanted out of the catalog.
Oh.
And it was supposed to be cheaper than the store.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
And
Because
then you would
you're
get
paying
points
them a
too.
monthly
Yeah,
fee.
You
right.
get points, right?
I don't actually remember all of it, but
I'm sure a lot of people who are watching the show
Yeah.
shaking their head, nodding
Oh,
their
yeah,
heads.
yeah.
Yes,
remember.
yes. A lot of people always say like, I was screaming into the computer, like agreeing with you or remembering about what you're talking about. So
No,
a lot
it
of you
wa-
are probably
And then
like,
with the cassettes, in the Firebird, sometimes we would like make it tighter, and it would get a pencil.
oh yeah, the
and grab it
pencil.
on the pencil and you would tighten
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because it would get loose from
It would
playing
get
it
loose
so
from
much.
playing so
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
The Britney Spears one for sure.
Oh, I know. God, no.
Baby, one more time.
Yes. We would jam together.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I know what song we should do sometime.
What?
I Love LA.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good
With,
one.
what's his name? Oh my gosh. The Hollywood icon that
Who
has
is
written
that?
so many
I Live LA?
songs. Oh my
It'll
gosh.
come up, I think. Randy Newman.
Randy Newman, thank
Yeah.
you. He, the Little Mermaid, and I mean,
Oh, I didn't know
oh
that
yeah,
was him.
look at the Randy Newman discography, and you'll blow your mind. He's still producing songs for Disney.
Wow.
So, Toy Story.
Oh, I was gonna say, is that Toy
yeah,
Story?
that's Toy
Oh,
Story.
yeah.
The guy that sings
But
Toy Story.
Joy
that's
Cock.
him.
Oh.
No, that's him. That's
Oh,
Randy.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Randy
Okay.
Newman. It sounds
Oh,
like
wow.
him, but it's not. It's Randy Newman
Okay.
singing.
All right. So, shall we? Unforgettable.
I know. Yeah, too much talking.
No, it's good.
Are we
it's
ready?
good. This is part of the experience.
Are we ready to get a little verklempt?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Talk among yourselves. If you guys,
Oh gosh.
you shouldn't. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
I'm sure they got that reference.
you can look it up.
Okay. Let's make sure this is still good. Okay.
Okay.
So
So-
this one goes on the other side.
Oh.
The one with the cable. So
Okay.
just flip them over. There you go. Because the left should always have the
Oh
cable.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I forgot.
Okay.
Not even.
No?
Okay.
So this is like
Yeah,
this.
I know for this. So
There's
I don't
like
make
an
it
echo
start
in
at the
this
same
room
time.
now with it all
I
being
know.
empty.
It's literally insane, the echo.
Okay,
Like, I hope
ready.
the audio is okay because the echo is insane. Let me just make sure this is set up. Yeah, okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
So this is the first time we're listening to the song all together.
Yeah, first
I guess.
time.
Well, not the first time.
Well, the
well,
first time
first-
in my memory.
Yeah.
The year, right? Or coherent. I wish we could play the radio too.
Unforgettable. That's what you are.
Unforgettable, though near or far.
Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more
Unforgettable
Wow, what a voice.
in every way.
and forevermore.
And forevermore,
That's how you'll stay.
that's how you'll stay.
That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
The bass.
I know. Beautiful songs.
No, never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way.
In every way.
And forevermore,
And forevermore,
that's how you'll stay.
that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible
that someone
so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
And I think the fact that you're living makes it even harder.
I know, I'm sure.
Well, and I can just see the living room in the Broadwater apartment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I'm like,
Apartment 1014.
yeah.
Yeah. I know.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's very beautiful.
Oh, did I tell you that I got to see Natalie Cole here in Denver?
No.
Yeah, the Ellie Calkins Opera House.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Recently or
No, it was in 19.
Oh.
No, wait, sorry. 2008.
Oh. Okay.
Right around, I don't know, March or April 2008. And it was incredible.
I'm sure.
Her voice, wow.
I'm sure.
She's definitely a big loss for the music.
Oh yeah. And I loved how she combined her voice with her dad's.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
so
seamless.
nice.
That's like-
Seamless.
Absolutely.
And I strongly, strongly recommend you guys watching the video. Please look it up. The magic.
If you haven't seen it already.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it already, but if you haven't, the magic of technology, even back then, I mean, it's
Yeah.
just beautiful, seamless. And they're, you know, singing in heaven right now, so.
Yeah, that's
That's pretty
sweet. That's very sweet.
Mhm.
And she harmonized very well with his voice. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
like it sounded perfect harmony.
That thing called Trio, that's another thing. If you love this, you need to, like, look into. And there's actually a CD by Diana Krall dedicated to the Nat King Cole Trio. So that's another one that you should get if you like this type of music, especially Nat King Cole.
Yeah, Diana Krall is big in this world of jazz and
I remember when I saw her
voice.
at Red Rocks,
Mhm.
and it was actually, I hate to admit, but it was a scalp ticket.
Oh yeah.
You mean a resale?
Well, no, resale. Well,
Resale is the PC
I
way
bought it
of
from
saying
a
it.
Yeah.
scalper.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that it happened to be in the exact center of the first row.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And I was like literally, I don't know how many feet away from her. I've never thought I would see her in front of her. And I remember the rain started raining, and at the end she just took her shoes off and just carried her shoes off.
Oh,
She
that's
didn't want
sweet.
to sleep or something.
Yeah.
She just left the stage
That's sweet.
after she finished. But that's there's a lot of songs that she's done from Nat King Cole. But that's just one album that actually is
Yeah.
dedicated to him.
Yeah. Well, this was great. I loved it. The lyrics are very sweet,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah. Like I was your guys' first child, so I can imagine it was like a big deal.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah, we did everything right with you. We did.
No, we did.
Because you were listening to Mozart before you were even born.
Oh yeah, in the belly.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
we did everything right. And then cloth diapers. And,
Oh yeah, Mother Earth.
yeah, Mother Earth
Mother
diapers.
Earth diapers. But that didn't last too long though.
Well, we went on too many trips to be able to keep using
up with them.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know they're cloth and they have to
They
be
would pick
washed.
them up and they would
It's
wash
not easy to.
Oh, they would pick them up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like at the hospitals when they pick up the laundry.
Oh.
So one guy would show up and
Like
You would take,
once a week or what?
that's not a good job to have.
I'm
to
like,
pick up dirty
I don't know.
Well, no,
about
but,
this.
but
Like,
when I
can
was
you-
young, well, I got teased a lot because of my name, because in my neighborhood there was this diaper service called Tidy Diaper Service, and it was like this little van that would come to the neighborhood and pick up the diapers and stuff. So people would say Tidy Diaper Service.
Which, by the way, if anybody's from Rockford, Illinois, or Byron,
Oh, yeah.
that's what she's talking about. So if any of you are from there,
Yeah.
you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was in Rockford, so
Or Rockford. Or,
yeah, little
but,
area.
But yeah, the music has always been a big part of us. And
Yeah.
I always make sure that you listen to the right
Yes.
stuff.
Yes, you did.
And you're still listening to the right
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Thank
I'm
God.
diving deeper.
Not like some of your sisters,
Oh,
but we won't discuss them.
Sad.
They've
all
had
I
other
have to say.
influences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
but I'm happy that I did my
Yeah.
job. I'm trying to work really hard on stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's hard, now with like social media and stuff, it just puts like different music out there. But as long as it doesn't feel forced for her, I think she should be good because,
No, I know. No, I mean, I try to
Yeah.
expose her
Yeah.
to that like I did with
Yeah.
I used to listen to Avril Lavigne. And,
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, even
That's true.
Avril Lavigne is a lot better than the stuff to that.
Yeah. La Proca. She's words. Yeah.
I mean, it's something you can literally create in this computer in
Yes.
about 30 minutes.
Yes.
And then you just go
Or less.
and put like absurd lyrics and you're going, and that's, I mean, sorry, but
Yeah.
a lot of that is just
It's
what's
true
going
though.
on right
It's
now.
true. But like we've discovered on the channel, there is new music coming out. Very good new music.
Thank God.
but you have to be willing to look for it and be open to it, because if you just say there's no good music, I get the whole there's no good mainstream music out there
Ain't no
right
mainstream
now.
anymore.
Let's say that, like on the radio and on social media and stuff, it's not like the best stuff, but there is new music being made today by younger generations who love the music that we listen to, who say, I want to do that too, but they're sadly not on the
Bruno
radio.
Mars was actually one of the people
I like Bruno
think
Mars. Yeah.
trying to revive that whole.
Yes, I like
And
him.
then I love, I just miss people playing real instruments.
Yes, yes.
That's the problem in
Yes.
today's mainstream music is just computer
Mm-hmm.
stuff you can do here, and
Yeah.
then some guy going up and down the scales, or a lady,
Yeah,
and
With
it all sounds the
auto-tune.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, the auto tune! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
yeah.
Anybody can basically be a star
Yes.
right now with the auto tune.
It's sad but
It
true.
is just it's all about the looks
Mm-hmm.
and the personality
Mm-hmm.
and the image.
Yeah.
That they can literally make somebody with the right image a star tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
with the auto tune.
Yeah.
And then, it's just really a sad state of affairs. But
Yeah.
I want us them to.
It's okay. It's okay, Debbie.
Debbie
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
it's
okay,
true.
yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, we
But-
have good certain taste,
Mhm.
and we're hoping that this channel will actually expose a lot of young people
Mm-hmm.
to music that they would have never otherwise discovered.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So these are the best ambassadors.
Yeah.
These guys for music.
And for ourselves, because there was a lot that you showed me, but there was a big area that I didn't know.
Well, you showed
know.
me a lot too, like,
Yeah.
like the Genesis thing. I mean, I thought it was all about
Exactly.
Phil Collins.
That's what I thought too.
And I was like, is this really Genesis?
Yeah.
Is this really this? Is really?
Yes.
It's like, wow.
Yes.
You know,
Exactly.
and so many.
But that's not the Genesis that was being played on the radio.
Right.
You know, the older stuff, because it's like 20-minute songs.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be played on the radio. Plus they're weird, for mainstream
Mm-hmm.
people. So yeah, the Yes also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the pre Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
With
Peter Gabriel was Genesis.
no, yeah, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like before Peter
Pre-
Gabriel, there was a Genesis before
Oh yeah.
Peter Gabriel.
No, there was a Genesis before Phil Collins.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Peter Gabriel was
Peter
the
Gabriel
Genesis
Phil
before
Collins. That's what I
Phil
meant.
Collins. Yeah,
There
I
was
know.
a
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
late. So.
But it's like it's true, like the Genesis that ended up being played on the radio was Land of Confusion
Mm-hmm.
and all these things, and then same with Yes.
Well,
The
Owner
Yes
of a
song
Lonely Heart,
Owner of a Lonely Heart.
which is an amazing.
But the
song.
other stuff was never played,
It's different.
But it is weird. It's just weird music.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway, this was fun.
Very fun.
Very fun.
Very fun.
And you know what it was?
What?
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
It's so
That's
corny.
what it was. Yeah, but it is an unforgettable moment.
No, it's an unforgettable
It's good.
moment.
And now we have it on video. We can watch it whenever we want.
Yep. for
And
posterity.
Yeah.
yeah. So until the next time, we're
Until the
all in
next
the
time.
same room together.
Let's
thank
see.
you,
Hopefully
guys.
not too many decades ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully not. Maybe we'll
Maybe we
find
should
out.
have a picture of that kiss. The one that I showed you yesterday.
Uh-oh.
With a beard,
Oh gosh.
to show the audience. What it used
Oh,
to look like.
I know what I'm gonna show as the thumbnail, and it's a picture of the three of us.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. So I think this is the only picture that I've ever seen that I have where it's the three of us.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't think I
want a
have.
copy of this.
Yeah. I
I
don't.
can't believe you still have these
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, she has the one that we
actual-
got.
I took a picture of, and you guys will
please,
see.
I want you to share.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
beautiful.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
fair.
the only picture.
The hair.
that I
The
have.
hair.
Let me see.
The hairs.
Wow.
When it was a different color and a little higher.
Yeah.
That's
And a
crazy.
lot
When it was-
more hairspray.
When it was my natural color.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I used hairspray there,
No?
but Aquanet was in my closet, my cabinet for a while, so I don't know.
Well,
it could be.
Maybe.
Aquanet's still going strong.
It's there.
That's
Eat
my
that.
mom.
Yeah.
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 Still uses it.
She
Yeah.
still uses Aquanet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, any final words or anything else you guys want to share? Or anything?
Well, we just want to mention some songs that were also part of, that you liked.
Okay.
Like the Technotronics when we used to go dancing, and some Madonna, and then
Well, Madonna was my running.
Vogue.
Vogue, but the whole Immaculate Collection was my my running tape,
Right.
because it was a tape. It was a cassette.
Like I said,
Yeah.
And then what was the one I told you that?
Well, the Technotronic song, I pulled it up. It's called Pump Up the Jam.
Yeah, Pump Up the
Pump
Jam.
up the jam. Pump it
Right,
up.
that one.
Yeah.
And I Want to Be Rich, the one hit wonder about I Want to Be Rich. That was used to sing that all the time. Then I'll
Still waiting.
Well,
TikTok.
Still want to be.
Oh, and the one with Saturday Night Live skit, the night of the Doonesbury. No, wait.
Oh, so.
Baby don't hurt me.
Oh, baby, don't hurt me.
No more. This is
What
skit
is
from
that?
Saturday Night
Oh
Live.
yeah,
What
the
is
Saturday
love?
Night Live.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But there's actually a movie they made out of that. It's called Night at hopefully you guys will remember.
I'm sure you.
I know it, but I can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
But that was another song that was really popular. Oh, and then what was it? The one I told you? Gosh, it was like a dance song, but I don't remember.
Earlier, or what?
Around that time. But anyway, well, these are some. Of the
Baby don't hurt me or something.
Well, that's
like
what
that.
That's the What is Love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Well, anyway. Let's.
Yeah.
We could go forever with songs, right?
Yeah.
Songs,
I guess that song wasn't Unforgettable.
No, it was.
No, it wasn't unforgettable.
Pun intended. Right?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys. This was fun.
Yes.
Well, can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I would just want to say, if you're wondering like where all of that stuff is right now, it's actually like in a truck.
Yeah.
Or it was in a truck yesterday. I'm sure you'll see the video of the truck leaving the premises here.
The ocean.
But it's on its way to Spain, and I will just say that it was very interesting watching Nick and Alexia decide like what gets taken and what gets left, and literally every gift that was sent to them,
No brainer. We have to take it.
was taken. And they have like a stack of t-shirts where it's like, these have to go.
Because my mom's like, you guys, like in Europe, people don't really wear t-shirts. Like maybe choose 10 t-shirts. And I was in my head thinking, okay, I can think of 10 already. And then we go in my closet and I'm like, no. Like I had a whole row of t-shirts and they're all like music stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously
I
bands.
told you to.
No, I know, but like
Keep 'em.
I want to take them so that I can wear them on the channel, you know?
Sure.
Oh, we didn't even talk about
Oh my
that.
God! Thank God.
I was gonna say, speaking of t-shirts,
Oh my gosh.
brother.
this
Okay.
t-shirt is how old?
1994.
1994.
Yeah,
It
so-
was before we moved to Mexico.
Right. This is actually from Ensenada, Mexico, from Who Songs. That is a really, really old bar, like 130-year-old bar that is really famous in Ensenada, Mexico.
I wonder if
in
it still
Baja.
exists.
I'm sure it's. Oh no, it's not iconic. They'll never let it die.
Yeah.
It's like their Cheers.
Oh wow.
Well,
no.
Cheers, you know.
No, I know. No, but I mean, it's like the place that.
Cheers got canceled.
I know, no. But this is a big.
It's still there.
Still
Okay.
there.
Yep.
Gilson's Cantina. You look it up and
There it
it's
is.
gorgeous.
Baja.
Baja,
How
yeah.
old is it? Just out of curiosity. Does it say?
I don't know if it'll 1892.
Oh, wow,
1892.
yeah.
Okay, so imagine, look,
Yeah.
there's a picture.
Yeah.
And it's the bar, the wooden thing looks just like, it's literally back from the Wild West era, you know.
That's cool.
So, yep, so I got that when I was doing, I was
Okay,
part
it's
of the,
official. I'm keeping this one too.
Oh, no. I'll be upset if you don't
28
keep it.
is the count.
Yeah.
28
But I
t-shirts.
had to take Heidi a souvenir after my 120-mile walk down the Baja Peninsula with AT&T people, where we decided to put the fiber optic network in the Baja Peninsula back in 1994. So I'm so happy that you still have that because it means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now
And I've worn it
you-
so much.
I know, it's great.
Like
Well-
it's still like it's thinning a little bit here,
But it's very good quality.
but yeah.
Well, when
And
did I
it's
give
so
it to you?
comfy.
Because I wore it all the time. Like I wore it like it was my pajama for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you gave it to me, I don't know, I was probably 15 or so.
Okay.
And you were like, hey, this t-shirt, your dad gave this to me. Do you want it? And I was like, okay. And then I wore it all the time.
It was
And then I
like
stopped when I saw it start to thin because there was another one that you gave me,
Yeah.
the Green Bay Packers
yeah.
Oh, okay.
one.
That one's literally like split. Like
We saw it the
I
other
gave
day.
you that?
no, I gave it to her.
so-
But that was from that time or
Yeah.
something too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, I didn't want the same thing to happen to this one, so I haven't worn it in years. And then when we were, I had it in my
I still
drawer.
can't believe it's still around.
Yeah, it's still here.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
And the fact that we can talk about this shirt together.
Yeah, and have it here,
Yeah.
present.
Because I think I gave it to you saying it's yours, but you can never part with it.
You told me.
I don't remember,
Oh gosh.
I'm
Well,
sure you do.
but probably.
and now you're like 10 t-shirts only. It's actually 9.
No. I can't. I couldn't put a limit on it because I know that a lot of the T-shirts mean a lot, you know.
Yeah.
And in the case of Nick and Alexia, they've received a lot of gifts from a
Yeah.
lot of the viewers, and a lot of it was like, oh no, this person gave us this,
Yes.
and this person gave us this.
Yeah.
So like literally like. You know, she doesn't have a kitchen once she goes to Spain, but she has
CDs.
but she
and
has
books
CDs,
and
movies, books,
memories,
T-shirts, drawings people sent you, drawings,
concert tickets.
Oh my gosh, the concert tickets.
Yeah.
That's like,
I know, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
seeing all that stuff is like, wow.
Also the concert books.
The concert books.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of those.
But I'm so glad you mentioned that because
Yeah.
I would hate for people to think that they didn't really, like, they just left it at the
Yeah.
flea
the
market
border.
or something. You know, because no, that really
Yeah.
means a lot to them.
No, it was.
I can
It,
tell you that it really does.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I'm glad that it'll be hard for them to part with those gifts because you guys gave them to these guys.
And we
From
appreciate that. We
Yeah, and
appreciate
exactly.
that it was like,
Yeah.
you guys kept this for 35 years.
Right.
And finally, we're the ones that got it. We're not just going to be like, oh, let's give it to Goodwill or
No,
in
no.
a garage sale or,
Or to
something.
like think that maybe you're trying to raise funds by selling that stuff on eBay or something.
Yeah.
That's just not the case.
Right.
yeah.
A lot
She
of
can
that
vouch
stuff
for
is
that.
worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
Do you have the Neil Diamond tickets somewhere in a briefcase hidden somewhere?
No.
No.
You went to Neil Diamond?
No, did we?
I thought we didn't we?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, we did. All right. I
In
forgot
Orlando?
about it. In Orlando.
I mean, the tickets weren't front center because they weren't the scalp tickets, but
Resale.
we did end up way up in somewhere
Yeah.
where
Nosebleed.
he was this big, I think.
I know. Which is funny you mentioned that because every time I listen to Neil Diamond, I really can't help but think of how much you like Neil
Yeah.
Diamond.
Yeah.
And then you guys just
Yes.
dance Neil Diamond
Yes.
together.
It's actually a tradition in the household still, Neil Diamond with Swedish pancakes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or breakfast, you know, and
Yeah.
somebody even sent, oh my god, that touched
Yeah,
me.
so Colin, a subscriber of ours, sent, like, throughout videos we've mentioned, right? Like, oh, I used to listen to Forever in Blue Jeans with my mom, and we would cook pancakes and all this stuff. Random comment in a random video. Colin, who is always listening, sent us the, is it called a 45 when it's just one song? Or it's like this big.
Well, the 45 RPM is the little records were
Okay.
45.
But they
Yeah.
had one song on them?
That was
Or-
just a single 45.
Oh, a single. Okay, so he sent us the 45, beautifully framed, and a little note
No.
that said,
Mm-hmm.
for Lex,
Oh,
always remember mornings are for pancakes.
no.
And the 45
You
of
never
Forever
showed
Blue
me
Jeans.
that.
It was always displayed there.
But
It
I
was
didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, and then the next one was a song that Nick would listen to with his mom. That was like Paul Simon or something. I honestly don't remember that one, but
It was
like
Morning Has
yes,
Broken.
Morning Has Broken.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
Morning
that's
Has
not Paul
Broken.
Simon. It's,
Oh.
Wait.
Like the first
I
one.
know that song.
Bluebirds or Blackbird?
Wait. Oh, no, I know. Oh, my gosh. He became like... He went to a monastery and changed his name.
Oh yeah. He changed his name to
I'll think about it. Keep going. I'll think about it.
Okay.
It'll come.
I'm obsessed now. I can't stop.
Let's look
No,
at
it's
it.
Ken, yes,
Stevens.
and his name
Yes.
is like Yako.
I don't know. His-
Something
I
with a
don't know.
Y. He changed his name
Right.
to something with a
But
Y.
that was
But
when he
yes.
was still Cat Stevens.
Wait, Cat Stevens.
Cat
Yes,
Stevens.
Cat Stevens. Yes, exactly. And Nick mentioned it in a video that he would listen to that with his mom, and it reminded him of his mom. So it was like memories with your mom are priceless, or something like that. And we had those.
Yeah, they were hanging on the wall.
at the entry of the apartment. And then my mom came to visit one trip, and she was just like looking around. And I think it was the first time you had ever been in the apartment or something. And you were like looking around, and you were like, "What does that say?" And I was filming her, like,
Oh,
so I
really?
filmed her reaction, and she just started bawling. And I was
Aw.
like,
More Kleenex.
yeah. And then and Colin too. He sent us like a little. He sent me this bracelet actually, and this one too. And he had sent me a bracelet before, and I ended up keeping the box, right? And I took that box with me to Puerto Vallarta to Fernanda's wedding trip, just in case. Like I took like a nice box, and that's the box she ended up using for the rings at the
Oh,
last
that's
minute.
so
sweet.
Yeah. She
Oh, that's
was like,
special.
I need a box, and I was her like go-to, you know. So whatever she would need like that day, I was like, what do you need? And she's like, I need a box for the rings. I don't have a box. And I'm like, I have a box. And I went to my suitcase and I grabbed the box, and I'm like, do you like it? Like I can cut it had like a nice ribbon on it. And yeah, I cut oh no, I took it because I gave Fernanda a gold bracelet.
Okay.
And it had a knot on it. And I was like, what box should I put it in? Because it didn't come with a box. And I chose that box. And then that ended
Well,
up
that
being
should
the
make-
box that she
does
used
Ken-
in her
does he
wedding.
know about
He
this?
knows. I sent him pictures of
Yeah.
him with the
Okay.
box and the photographer.
Another
Yeah.
one that I remember that will send me gifts all the time. Ken?
Kent. Yeah.
Kent.
All of his collages.
Yeah.
We went through all
my
of Kent's
gosh.
collages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
because
was,
I would go to the P.O. box to
Yes.
pick up her gifts sometimes she would
Because I would get off work at
work
7.
At 7, so I would,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the girl there was like, I'm sorry, but
Why? Who are they?
who are they? Why do you have so many packages? And I told her about the channel. She's like, I knew it. And she happened to be a jazz
Yes.
pianist.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
We never like
I know, you guys
every
should-
time, but I
Oh.
would tell her, and I think she's just shy.
Oh, she's
you know?
shy. Oh.
But yeah, all the gifts, we're taking them.
Well, that's good.
yeah.
But I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
There was a 700-pound limit, I think, on
And we were
on
like,
it.
oh, that should be fine.
When I got here a week or a little bit more than a week ago, they were already at the 700 pounds, and this whole wall was still halfway up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can imagine.
So how did you do that?
Exceeded.
Well, obviously they went over.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
they actually doubled what you thought you were
Yeah,
going to
because
take.
it was
right?
like 15 large boxes. And I thought, okay, I think all of this would fit in 15 Home Depot large boxes. But it was
that's without clothes, without a
34
kitchen, without the
boxes
rest
or
of
something.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not taking any kitchen stuff.
No.
Well, a few things like
I think your kitchen stuff is like this big. Like literally,
I know.
you're taking
like
a
my
can
favorite
opener.
spatula.
Well, you can buy that there.
I know, but like some things you can't replace, and then my cup measuring cups, because I'm like, everything that I know how to cook is in cups.
Right.
And over there,
They use
no, in their cups.
well, they,
You know?
they use grams. Everything
Yeah.
is like weight.
Oh,
No,
so-
I'm taking my scale.
Yeah.
I took my kitchen scale
Oh, good idea.
so that I can weigh stuff. Like, yeah, my tablespoon.
Yeah.
Because there won't be a tablespoon measurement over there.
That's right.
Well, who knows? You might find
maybe,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or Amazon. But,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, this was good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you're off to Mexico, back to Mexico where you
The
live.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yes. So, and yeah, tomorrow's our move out day. So tonight is our last night in the apartment, and this is how we're spending it.
And then, what a better way to say goodbye to this room
Yes.
where 1,800 videos have been
Approx.
shot.
Yeah.
Approx.
Mm-hmm.
So if these walls could talk.
Yeah.
And you know, the sad part is that whoever moves here
Yeah.
and
They'll have no
sleeps
idea.
in this room, they'll never know what went on in this room.
That's weird.
You know?
If
That's
the walls could talk.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's very
it's
strange.
one of those things that you think.
But we always knew, for whatever reason, we're not going to be in this room forever, whether we end up like buying a house or we move somewhere else, or like we always knew the possibility of like having to move with Nick's mom was there because, you know, she's been alone for 8 years, and we were always like, okay, you know, like someday we need to be close to her again. And she's
Right.
79 years old, you
And
know,
she's
she's
not
not doing well at all.
Yeah.
And loneliness can do that to you too. You know, like
Right.
her mental state is also not good because, yes, she's being well taken care of, very well taken care of, which we're very blessed. Thanks to when we went over there, we fixed everything for her. Thanks to all of you for your support there too. But yeah, like we always talked about that. Like, imagine when we don't live here anymore. Like, imagine who else is gonna live here and who else is gonna like be in this room, because
So
we're
you talked
renting.
about it
It's
already.
never permanent.
Yeah.
Right.
When you rent, it's like you're going in knowing that one day you're going out.
It's like the shock when I went back to the apartment when the one at the Broadwater,
Mm-hmm.
where she would be carried from the hospital
Mm-hmm.
to that apartment, and you know, remember the beautiful woods in front with the lake.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I used to help the turtles so they wouldn't get run
And now?
over. And now I literally drove by and I
Recently.
yeah, like that was
Mm-hmm.
what 3 years ago,
Mm.
and I drove past it, and I had
You
no
didn't
idea that
recognize
was
it. Wow.
No, because in front
It's
there's
all
like
development.
it's all
It's
Golden
all-
Corral, and
Yeah.
it's like a big.
I
development.
drove by those apartments, by the way, when
Did
I
you?
was living in Florida.
We did-
Yeah.
I actually went as far as
It's at, like by the highway.
well,
no?
but that was not like a highway.
Yeah. But it is.
Now it is like
now.
that.
Yeah.
And I remember the highway would end right there, and the rest was just woods.
Oh wow. And now it's all.
Yeah, the lake and the there was
The
like
turtles.
cranes and turtles and armadillos, and I would have, you know, and I actually went as far as parked the car and saw the stairs, and I reminisced that that's where we carried you up
Wow.
the stairs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because in that area is where I used to run too, and I used to run. There was no traffic.
No, it
or
was
ride our
just
bikes. We
beautiful.
rode our bikes
It's
there
beautiful.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
development. Okay, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that was like a Golden Corral or something, right across the
Mm.
street, and all kinds of stores, and it was like, wow,
Mm.
it's really
Yeah.
sad. All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
And at least these guys will be making a lot of videos.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
We'll be documenting and sharing. And this is part of it, you know, sharing the journey and sharing like the moments that like we've spent. I mean, yeah, my mom has been here for a while. We've gone out to dinner a couple times with Christine.
So now you're
and
gonna have to have me
Stella.
on your videos before you leave a little
Yeah,
bit more.
yeah.
because You always talked about.
Yeah.
I've only done like 2.
I know.
Because we
I
always
know.
thought, oh, we can always do it later.
Yeah.
It's like
It's later.
It's
now.
later.
no, but it's the same
Yeah.
concept of like when we lived by the beach for a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you
in
don't
Indian
go.
Rocks Beach, and we never went to the beach for a year
Yeah.
because it's there.
It's there.
Oh, he's there. He's here.
Exactly.
We can do it
Mhm.
another time. And then, you know,
Yeah.
now. So we need to hopefully be in a couple of videos. Of
Yeah,
things that I
yeah,
want to
yeah,
share
yeah.
with these guys.
Totally.
Well, I learned my lesson today cleaning out her freezer too.
Oh, gosh.
Why?
You know that you have to take advantage of the moment.
Oh.
Seize the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Eat it now. Don't freeze
Don't
it.
freeze it for
Don't
later.
freeze
Oh,
it for
yeah.
later.
Later will not come.
Because I was literally looking at
Well, we had beans in there from the wedding.
yeah.
Because, like, remember from, like, the ceremony, there was so many leftover beans.
Yeah. Right.
So we were eating beans for so long, and I wrote the date, like, 11/11/23. And then later it became a joke, and we didn't throw them out because it was like, well, we'll just throw them out when we move out. Like, like let's just leave them in
It's
there.
like
Like,
the cake- it's
like
like
the
the wedding
cake.
cake.
It was
Yeah.
like our wedding cake.
Literally the wedding cake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was the frijoles.
But I asked her like the second day I was here, hey, do you want me to heat up some
I'm
beans
like,
with these?
flip it over and look at
eggs?
the date on that one.
And I read the date and I'm like, oh goodness, if this is what the rest of my week is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So
So
seize the day. Eat it today.
don't freeze it for
Don't
later,
freeze
folks.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Thank
I
you,
love
Alexia.
You
I
both.
love you too.
And I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm happy that you guys can get along and like.
We've never
You know,
had.
I know, but like
No.
a lot
It
of
was,
other like couples,
Oh, yeah.
ex couples.
No, we're very lucky in that
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
So it's good. Thank you for granting me this moment.
Oh no!
No, thank you
for
for granting us
us this moment.
this moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you everyone so much for sharing this little podcast / family reminiscing with us. We look forward to sharing other videos with you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Bye everyone.
Bye. Thank you.